Hi, a fellow creator recommended this webcam to me. It's the Razer Kiyo Pro. It's a USB 3 webcam, and I have been meaning to look at alternatives for my current setup, which I'll show you in a minute. So I thought we'd take a quick look at this. So what you get in the box is the camera with a big ass lens cap so the NSA can't spy on you, and you get a personalized letter from Ming Liang Tan, the co-founder and creative director, and I don't know, what manual thing, and you get a decent quality feeling USB 3 high-speed cable. So this is a 1080p 60 frames per second webcam, none of that 4K rubbish, because you do not need a 4K webcam. That's just absolute joke. So yeah, this has a Sony IMX327 sensor in it, and it's supposed to have a wide-angle lens in it as well, which is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to having a slightly wider angle than I've got at the moment, and it's got USB-C on the back of it. Anyway, it feels nice and hefty and good quality. It's got some rubber baby buggy bumpers on here, and of course this hooks over the top of your monitor or something else, and then that clamps on there, and then you can tilt it like that. So the thought about that's really nice. It's also got a tripod mount on there, or you can simply unscrew this, and this is really nice. It's even got a little handle for us. So there you have it. You can stick that directly on a tripod or some other, a flexi arm mount or something like that as well. So, you know what we say here on the EEV blog, don't turn it on, take it apart. I can feel some screws under there, so yeah, no wuckers. Well, that's weird. You've got two Phillips screws down the bottom and two Torx up the top. What the? Anyway, let's take it apart. There we go. Oh, we're in. Too easy. So I've got a heatsink on the back of here, and you would have noticed the vents as well on the back there. So it's all passively cooled, of course. It's not that thick, but obviously that goes down onto a chippy. Okay, there we go. It's going to lift off. Do we have... Yeah, it's just a thermal pad on the bottom there. And what processor have we got? Well, it's some sort of ARM processor. Star. I don't know. SAV 6300. I don't know. I'll try and put up a data sheet here, but that's pretty much all she wrote. We got some memory there from Winbond, and yeah, that's about it. But then again, that's all you expect. And this doesn't actually do any hardware compression inside this thing, unlike, say, a Logitech, C920 webcam or something like that. This actually, because it's USB 3, it's basically just high-speed direct video out. There's your sensor down in there. I don't know if I'll bother to take that out. I'm not particularly interested, it doesn't have some whiz-bang lens assembly or something. It'd have, just a single fixed lens in there, and Bob's your uncle. So, yeah, nothing doing. Anyway, that's pretty decent for my 180 Aussie bucks that I got this for, direct from Amazon. You would have noticed the two holes there for the microphones. I assume that's stereophonic, that newfangled stuff. I have no interest, and there's the cable going directly over there. I don't think they have any rubber baby buggy bumper anti-vibration stuff in there for the mics. I don't know. I'm not going to go that far, but I have no interest in the audio capabilities of this because I always use an external mic, as you should. This is one of the cameras I'll be comparing it to, which is my old main studio camera, my Canon HF G30. It's got a 27mm 35 equivalent wide-angle lens on it, so I'm going to actually put it in exactly the same location as this. I've just got it up on my glass speaker stands here, but of course this actually works really well on the back of a monitor. You can tilt it like that, and you want to be able to put it as close to your monitor as you can, so that if you're doing screen captures like I do, then it looks like you're looking into the screen or looking into the camera. You're looking at the people instead of, and like this one is slightly off to an angle, so which does actually work depending on where you put your head, your talking head, in the camera. But of course, if you want just full screen, then that's no worries. The good thing is that it does have the rubber stuff going all the way over, wrapped right around like that. So it does actually have some purchase and some grip on there as well. So it stops it sliding around. And if we have the USB cable in the back, the weight of that can actually move it around a little bit, but of course it's not going to be moving once you've got it set in place. So if I have it like that, it's not going to fall backwards under the weight of the own weight of the cable. Of course, you can use a smaller, lighter weight one if you want. So I plugged it into my main Windows 10 desktop machine. It automatically identified it and automatically installed and ran this. So I guess it's got like some auto boot drive in it or something like that. But I didn't have to download anything. That's pretty sweet. You know, and there's all this stuff for the gamer kiddies and stuff like this. I don't know. Virtual ring light. What? It's got a ring? No, a virtual ring light. What? It utilizes your monitor as a source of illumination to optimize every video. Okay, there's something I didn't think of. Yeah, maybe. Color balance be damned. Take your streaming to the next level. Customizable lighting. I have no idea what any of that is. Spatial audio. No. I guess I want this though, because you have to be able to set the zoom level as well. So yeah, I presume you can't do that in the standard like generic driver. But that doesn't seem to be what this one does. 370 meg for this. No, I'm just going to see if like it's available as a actual camera yet. It did ask me to reboot, which I haven't done yet. So I've got Dave Inception here, and if I go in here and add source, well, let's see if we've got it. USB video device. I guess that's it, because I'm actually capturing the HDMI output from my camcorder at the moment, and that's going via an AVerMedia C985 bus card, if you wanted to know. There you go. I chose USB video, so it was just USB video, and now I actually have the source. So this is actually, you can see my green screen behind me because I haven't set it up yet. So the camera just worked straight out of the box. So I don't need any of that, install any of that software rubbish. It just works, appears as USB video camera. That's fine. I was talking to the wrong camera. And there is a little white LED on top which shows you that it's on. So yeah, it's just working fine. I haven't got the audio coming through here at the moment. Anyway, so here's the camera, full screen. I'm only capturing this at 30 frames per second, so that's what I set my camcorder to. So sorry for those who want to see 60. I don't care. You don't need 60 frames per second. So I'm just going to test the autofocus. Whey, that's not too bad. Come back to me. Come back to me. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. How close can I get? Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, wow. I'm like 5 centimeters away from that. Focus. Focus. Look. Wow. What can I get down to? Oh, I can get down to a couple of centimeters. Wow, that's really good. It is actually hunting a lot. It's hunting a lot, but I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so this is my Canon camera, and I'm going to switch over to the new one. There it is there. Very different colors, aren't they? Very different. Although I do have my color balance set, I do have my studio lights on to light up my face. So yeah, it does look a lot more vibrant, doesn't it? Wow. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. And I've got them almost in the same location. You can see it is by default wider angle. You can see way wider angle, actually. So yeah, that's better if I'm like waving my hands around doing screen. Oh, see? See, if I do my wavy hands around. So yeah, it's jumping around a lot. It's hunting, isn't it? Check it out. Like it's really, like if I put my hands up, it's hunting, foreground, background, stuff like that. So that's not terrific, but I do like the colors on it. It's very nice. Like just, yeah. Like I swear I've got the color balance set 5,000 Kelvin for my lights. So that's, presumably that's more like what I truly look like. Lit in this environment, and this is no. Well, it's very different, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I had chroma key on there. I'll switch chroma key off. That's why you're seeing shimmering in the background there. But yeah, so yeah, you can really see it shouldn't change, shouldn't hunt when I put my hands up. That's a bit disturbing. Like, you know, because if you're actually, you know, if you're like gesturing to your audience like this, the last thing you want is for it to be doing that. So I don't know if that's widest angle or not. That's just default straight out of the box. Haven't even rebooted. So I can enable the high dynamic range. Let's enable that. Whoa. Yeah. Nah. What the heck's going on there? I don't know what that is, but nope. Okay, I just changed it it was set to 1280 by 720. I just changed it to MPEG-4 output at full HD, 1920 by 1080, looks very different, doesn't it? And this is back to YUY2. This is what it was before. Wow. So if you set it to MPEG 4, I'm using XSplit at the moment. I'm going into the video output settings, which would be the direct driver of the camera. And this is MJPEG. That looks identical. And as far as like noise in the background, it is quite like dim in the background. I don't really have any major lighting in the background. So yeah. And that's NV12 video output, if you can see the difference. So you definitely don't want to use H.264, which I didn't think it had support for, but it's in there as an option in the driver anyway. Okay, now I'm going to change the white balance, and you'll see a subtle difference. It's currently in auto, and I'm going to change it to 5000 Kelvin, which is what all my cameras and lights in this lab/studio are set to. See if you notice the difference. Yeah, slight difference. But auto's doing a pretty good job there. Auto white balance. Now, of course, I can fix the autofocus thing. I can change it. Well, there we go. I'm out of focus. I'm out of focus. I can set myself manual focus, and then, of course, I can gesture all I like, and it's not going to change at all. But, you know, oh, there you go. So the depth of field, I can still hold things up at a decent distance. This isn't a huge sensor, so it doesn't get a very shallow depth of field, like make everything in the background blurry and everything. You need like the bigger the sensor, the more better if you want that bokeh, you know, blurry background arty-farty look. So yeah, I can set the manual focus like that, and I'm still pretty much in focus, even if I come in and lean back a bit like that. Getting a bit out of focus there, but I can come in and out. So, you know, you can set, if you're just sitting in your chair capturing, you can set it to fixed focus. I think you'd probably have to, because look, I'll go back to auto, and I put my, is it gonna, like, yeah, it's just gonna focus hunt, and that's really annoying. Okay, now I'm going to compare it to the industry standard Logitech C920 webcam. So let's give that a whirl. So that's the C920, and we're back to the Razer. And let's try the C920 when I put my hands up. Yeah, like it's not going to do any of that focus hunting, anything like that. So it's doing a better job. Whereas the Razer, yeah, it's doing the focus hunting thing. So no, they've got issues to sort out there, I think. That autofocus thing, it's going Burko. I presume it doesn't have face tracking or anything fancy like that. So yeah, it's not handling that nearly as well. It's the Logitech C920, which just works. But of course, the C920 is horrible at focusing. It's just like, focus, you bastard, focus. Like, I can get it to focus, but I got to get like the whole field. I've got to like, you'll see this in my live shows. It is capable of doing it, but I can't get it to focus. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Well, there you go. I can get it to do it. But the C920 is famously bad at doing that. If I go back to me and go like that, it just doesn't work. Whereas the Razer, if I go to that, well, is it going to focus on me? Whoa, it's not focusing. I had it on autofocus, I swear. There you go. Bug, maybe. Don't know what's going on there. But the Razer, I hold that up and that just focuses beautifully and it just goes to it. So the close-up autofocusing is much better on the Razer than the Logitech, but the Logitech handles just me gesturing, like, whereas this one doesn't. So you can see how different all of these cameras are. This is my camcorder, my Canon HFG 30 into the HDMI capture, and it kind of looks really soft, doesn't it? And the color is like, I don't know, but this is what it is. This is what I'm used to. This is the new Razer. Okay, you could say it's like flatter and more washed out. Maybe I'm bright, like I don't know. I might have to change my lighting and stuff like that. And this is the Logitech C920 webcam. Yeah, they're both pretty flat. I mean, the Canon is at least like it's got some depth to it, and I can manually zoom this, of course, and for dramatic effect. So they are very different cameras. Wow, it's like, I don't know. So I don't think I'm going to use this to replace my Canon HFG 30. Let's try the green screen. even though I don't care about audio, let's compare it. I've got my Rode Studio mic like this, got big 1-inch capsule in it, no worries, and I'm going to switch over. All right, this is internal in the Razer. I'm actually doing this mono, so I'm copying left to right because that's what I do. I don't have stereo audio. So yeah, you're listening to one microphone copied over to the other channel, so you don't get any stereo effect, which is what you don't want most of the time anyway. So yeah, it looks like the noise floor is higher. So although I haven't manually tweaked it, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I can manually adjust the levels or something, but... Okay, I need to tweak that in Windows. It's not as loud yet. According to XSplit. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I'll drop it down a bit. I'm down 90 in Windows. Check. Yeah, I think that's probably a bit better. Down to 80. Anyway, that's the internal mic. This is a green screen test using XSplit, and it's exactly the same settings. I'm using, it's just set to 50, like transparency to 50, and the other setting to 0, whatever that's set, exposure to 0. It's the exact same setting. You can see lots of green fringing around there. Yeah, my screen isn't all the way off to the side. Let me switch to my camcorder, and let's see how that does. Yeah, there's been green fringing around there. Like normally I don't shoot green screen full screen. I'm going to shoot it smaller. So it's a little bit better. Let me adjust this. There you go. I can, oh, now the background starts to become a problem. Green screen doesn't seem to be as good. Doesn't seem to be as good as the camcorder. I'm not sure why that's the case, but I don't have optimum lighting set up for proper green screen and stuff. I just, like, because normally I just shoot little talking head in the corner. It's good enough for Australia and Bob's your uncle, right? So, there's that bloody, yeah, there's that focusing again. That's just, no, that's a killer. You've got to put fixed focus on this thing. Really. Hope they update the firmware or something, because that's just no good. You can't have that. All right, I'm shooting my normal green screen now, and I've rebooted, and yeah, I've got the document open here. Yeah, you have to install this stupid Synapse software in order to get access to the Broadcaster tab, which is where you can set your field of view and everything. I'm not going to install all that bullshit software just to change my field of view, because I can access all this, you know, white balance and brightness just through the generic driver available through, and I can access that through XSplit software or OBS or whatever it is you use. Anyway, so whatever field of view this is at the moment, I have to put my green screen closer, but yeah, it's like it's fuzzy wuzzy. I don't like it. Like, and I can't really get any better than that using my XSplit green screen settings. Maybe I can put it into like really advanced mode and maybe tweak it a bit. Anyway, I'll switch over to my existing camcorder. Here it is. Ta-da! And this is the capture that you're normally used to seeing in my videos. And yeah, it's better, more better, and that's using the same, exactly the same green screen settings. So the cameras are in the same position, everything's hunky dory. But I'll switch back. There you go, there you go, fuzzy green Dave. It's not doing the business for that. Yeah, I got to look at the white balance now. I have to look at what's going on with my Canon camcorder, but yeah, nah, that's not an improvement at all. So that's a yeah, nah, to replace my camcorder here. Yeah, nah, I'm going to stick with the camcorder. Thank you very much. That looks heaps better. Anyway, that's some basic test of the Razer Kiyo Pro webcam. But I like the build and everything. I like, you know, physically everything's fine. I do actually like the look of it, but yeah, that autofocus is, that hunting, that focus hunting, just simply raising my hands and gesturing is enough to cause it to, you know, like have the heebie-jeebies and focus hunt. I don't like that at all. But yeah, apart from that, it looks good. And I probably have to restart the computer and probably install the software, presumably, to get the ability to swap the field of view in this thing. But by default, does it like software crop it because it's not going to do hardware, change the hardware field of view. So it must be doing it software or something like that. But this default field of view is fine for like green screen talking head kind of stuff. And it's wide enough so that I can gesture at like arm's length from the monitor, which is where I am at the moment. And that's probably, you know, 70 centimeters or thereabouts. So yeah, it's all right. But nah, the focus hunting, I don't know. I'm going to have to experiment with it more, but this is just some basic tests. So found it interesting. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in getting this thing. I'm not blown away by it yet. It might actually work better over on my live streaming bench as a streaming camera for that to replace the C920, because often I show things up to the camera and it just doesn't focus with my C920. It's just hopeless. So this could be a good upgrade to that. And if it's for a live show, I don't care too much about focus hunting. I guess it's not too big a deal, but yeah, I think that's a problem. Hopefully they can fix that in the firmware update. If they can fix that in firmware and make it less likely to jump around when you're gesturing, then that's great. So yeah, it's all right. I do like the look of it over my existing camcorder, which does look washed out, doesn't it? I don't know why, because I've got the color balance set correctly. So yeah, I don't know why the Canon is like that. Is it capturing? I'm going to have to look into that now. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, that's a Razer Kiyo Pro. Catch you next time.